Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've spent any time flying drones, you know the absolute dread of packing up your gear, heading out to an amazing location, and pushing the power button only to get absolutely nothing. Drone battery issues can be incredibly frustrating, but most of the time, the culprit actually comes down to two major things: the battery management system, or BMS, and temperature. Today, we're doing a quick diagnostic deep dive. We'll walk through how to troubleshoot the most common problems, decode those aggressive blinking lights, and most importantly, know exactly when it's time to safely retire a pack. Let's get into it. First up, let's tackle the most stressful scenario. Your battery is completely unresponsive, it won't charge, and it won't turn on. Before you panic and buy a replacement, there are four things you need to check. First, temperature. Drone batteries are surprisingly sensitive. They generally need to be between 5 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius to even operate. If it's boiling hot from a recent flight or freezing because it sat in your car overnight, the smart tech inside will lock it down. Just let it sit in a room temperature environment for an hour and try again. Now, if temperature isn't the issue, it might be in hibernation mode. If you leave a battery sitting empty for too long, it goes into a deep sleep to protect itself from dropping to a fatally low voltage. To wake it up, plug it into the charger and just leave it there for several hours. A slow trickle charge can often wake the BMS back up. If it's still acting dead, check the physical stuff. Take a cotton swab with a little isopropyl alcohol and gently clean those metal pins on the contacts to break through any dirt or residue. Finally, remember that batteries have firmware too. If your charging hub or drone is acting up, plug it into a PC using software like DJI Assistant 2 to check for critical updates that it might fix the bug. All right, but what if your battery is doing something, but it's just blinking at you aggressively? It's not broken. It's actually trying to talk to you. Pay close attention to which LED is flashing. If LED 2 is blinking twice a second, you've got an overcurrent issue. Unplug everything and check your outlet or power bank. If LED 3 is blinking 3 times a second, that's over voltage. Double check that you are using the official manufacturer's charger, not a cheap third-party block. And if LED 4 is flashing, that's your temperature warning. 2 blinks a second means it's too cold, so move it somewhere warmer. 3 blinks a second means it's too hot, so give it some breathing room to cool down. Moving on to performance, what if your drone flies fine, but you're noticing short flight times or sudden drops in power midair? This is known as voltage sag. Start by checking your cycle count in the app. Standard drone batteries start to significantly degrade after 200 to 300 cycles. If you fly a lot, it might just be reaching the end of its natural lifespan. But if the cycle count is low, you might be dealing with a cell imbalance. Open up your drone's companion app and look at the individual cell voltages. If one cell is sitting significantly lower than the others, your overall performance is going to tank. Luckily, there's a relatively easy fix for this. You can often recalibrate the pack by charging the battery all the way to 100% and then leaving it connected to the charger for an extra hour after it says it's full. This gives the BMS the extra time it needs to perform a top balance, safely leveling out the voltage across all the individual cells. Finally, let's talk about the most important topic: safety. Lithium polymer batteries pack a massive amount of energy, and if they're compromised, they can become severe fire hazards. You need to stop using a battery immediately and safely dispose of it if you notice any of these 3 red flags. Number 1, swelling. If the plastic shell looks puffy, warped, or pregnant, the cells have degraded gas inside. It's done. Number 2, physical damage. Look for cracks in the casing, leaks, or a distinct sweet chemical smell. And number 3, sudden percentage drops. If your battery percentage violently jumps mid-flight, like instantly dropping from 60% to 10% in the blink of an eye, that pack is no longer reliable. Look, don't risk your expensive drone, or worse, a house fire, for a compromised battery. Stay safe, fly smart, and happy piloting. Happy